Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my Marquee matches reviews, and this will be the last one of the series, probably for a while until they add new ones. So let's just get right into this one. This one is from WWE Smackdown, November 7th, 2017, so a little under a year ago, and it was a WWE Championship match. WWE Champion Jinder Mahal with the Sin Brothers ringside versus AJ Styles. Um, and this Marquee matches was hosted by Charlie Caruso. And I guess I got to talk about the build up for this match. So obviously, um, this was in the midst of Jinder Mahal's god awful WWE Championship run. He won the WWE Championship at Backlash, and it was just awful. Um, Obviously, everybody remembers this because Jinder Mahal, pretty much prior to being the WWE champion, was a jobber, pretty much. Well, I shouldn't say that. He was pretty much a glorified jobber, and then they started randomly pushing him to a WWE title match. Um, this was the same Jinder Mahal that um, the first night of the Superstar Shakeup. I was at that show. He lost to Mojo Rawley in embarrassing fashion. It was that bad. And the title run was a very bad title run. He was pretty much the foreign American heel that was the WWE champion. Or should I say the foreign heel? I should have said where um he would constantly talk down America and talk about how India was the greatest country ever, and you would have just bad match after bad match after bad match, um, have awful feuds, and it was just really bad. We obviously know that the whole reason they were doing this was because the WWE wanted to expand into India. Even though Jinder Mahal was Canadian, but he was from Indian descent, so they just went with Jinder Mahal, and it was just a really bad WWE title reign. I think if you had to ask me, Jinder Mahal is probably the worst WWE champion ever. And I'm not just saying that. Like normally people would say, "Oh, this is the worst than ever," and they don't really mean it. I mean it. Um, if you could try to find a worse WWE champion than Jinder Mahal, um, I would have to strongly debate that with you because Jinder Mahal was a bad WWE champion. He couldn't wrestle. He wasn't that strong on the mic, and um, he didn't have that charisma factor. His theme song isn't really all that good. Theme song isn't bad, I guess. That's like the only redeeming quality about him, but whatever. And then obviously he would obviously retain in the most heel chicken shit tactics ever. It was just a really bad WWE title reign, and when you didn't think every time you didn't think it could get any worse, it would get worse. So AJ Styles was kind of like a savior a little bit because everybody really wanted AJ Styles to win this WWE Championship from Jinder Mahal. Now, obviously, around the same time they were doing the Raw versus SmackDown stuff for Survivor Series, and Jinder Mahal had called out WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar um, prior to this, and we knew at Survivor Series we were going to get Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar, to which that match was even more like, why? Just eh. Nobody wanted to see that match. Everybody knew this match was going to be really bad. Um, so it was on the midst of that, and it was just SmackDown. I think had its lowest ratings at this point. No, and its lowest attendance ratings because everybody hated Jinder Mahal, and it was just, and everybody likes to say that this was good heel heat. Jinder Mahal was not good heel heat. He was get off my TV heat. Um, and AJ Styles, had started a feud with Jinder Mahal prior to this. This was kind of, um, you know, something for Jinder Mahal to do for a little bit so he could get to Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. So then they randomly, I remember, just announced this WWE title match too. I remember AJ Styles originally was supposed to have a men's Survivor Series qualifying match, but then they just decided to change it and go with this match. And this was in the UK, outside North America, and the WWE Championship was being defended on SmackDown, and everybody really wanted to see AJ Styles win this championship. But it kind of sucks about this when you look back, is I remember the WWE spoiled this, um, because it was in the UK, and normally when they go to the UK for like a Raw or a Smackdown, they end up taping it because we would all have to stay up till like 2 in the morning to watch it or something like that. So there's that. But it was still an awesome moment. But let's talk about the match itself. We had Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton on commentary for this match, and let's just talk about the match. So throughout the beginning of the match, AJ Styles does everything he can to try to take out Jinder Mahal, but Jinder Mahal is just using the power game on AJ Styles, just constantly outpowering AJ Styles, which was believable. It just really wasn't believable to me that Jinder Mahal was out wrestling AJ Styles, but whatever. And then AJ Styles starts to hit some nice high flying moves on Jinder Mahal. He throws him on the outside, and he throws him into the barricade. Eventually, AJ Styles goes for a phenomenal forearm off the barricade, but Mahal catches him and power slams him, or scoop slams him, whatever you want to call it, into the onto the announcer's table. And then Jinder Mahal dominates AJ Styles for a little bit, and then AJ Styles starts to make a comeback. He goes for a suplex, but because Jinder Mahal's too strong, he's able to reverse into one of his own. But Styles lands on his feet and hits a Hushi Koroshi onto Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal kicks out, and then Jinder Mahal continuously overpowers AJ Styles. Um, and Jinder Mahal hit a really wicked big boot on the Styles, which was nice. AJ Styles gets Jinder Mahal into the calf crusher, but Jinder Mahal is able to get to the ropes. Um, Jinder Mahal hits a wicked fall away slam onto AJ Styles. And then AJ Styles hits a phenomenal form on the outside onto AJ Styles, and then he puts him back in the ring. AJ Styles hits a springboard for 50. And he goes for the before he can make the cover, the Sin Brothers pull AJ Styles out of the ring, and AJ Styles attacks the Sin Brothers. He beats the crap out of them, and then Jinder Mahal attacks AJ Styles out of nowhere, hits the Colossus on him, and AJ Styles gets his foot on the rope, so the match continues. And then Jinder Mahal goes for the Colossus off the turnbuckle, but AJ Styles hangs Jinder Mahal up on the on the ropes, and then AJ Styles hits a phenomenal forearm on Jinder Mahal for the win, and he wins his second WWE Championship. And AJ Styles made a little bit of history here. He was this was the first time that the WWE Championship had changed hands. I think they said I think it would have been 13 years. Yeah, that actually sounds about right. 13 years. The last person to win the WWE title on SmackDown was Brock Lesnar when he won it in the Iron Man match from Kurt Angle back on SmackDown in 2003. And obviously AJ Styles was the first person to win the WWE Championship outside of the United States because no one else had ever done that before, which is very impressive. Now, there could have been a chance that the WWE is just telling us that because there could have been a chance where the WWE title changed hands and then they reversed the decision because that could have possibly happened, but I'm just going to go by based off this data right here. But that very well could have been that very well could have happened, and it was a hell of a moment. You know, obviously they had spoiled this earlier, but it was awesome because now we didn't really know what was going on at this time. If they were just taking the title off of Jinder because they knew Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar was going to be a crap match, so they wanted to put AJ in there instead. And we didn't really know if AJ Styles was just going to be a transitional champion and the title was just going to go right back to on Jinder Mahal, and then we're going to go back to business as usual because they were going to do the big Indian tour around this time. But we didn't really know how long that AJ Styles was going to hold this title for. But me, I was living in the moment. I was happy that this title was off of Jinder Mahal, at least for the time being. So I thought, and I thought it was awesome that AJ Styles finally that the title was off Jinder Mahal, and it was on the right guy because, quite frankly, AJ Styles when he was the WWE champion before, after he lost the title really took a hit. You know, it went on to be on. Everybody would just have a transitional reign as champions, and you would have some pretty bad WWE champions, and everybody just wanted AJ Styles to hold that title again, and he finally did. And I was happy about that. We were going to get Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles, the phenomenal one versus the Beast, and that was a hell of a better match. And I mean, and that match ended up being a great match for the WWE title. Obviously, I'm just kind of jumping ahead with myself with the aftermath. But AJ Styles would go on to defeat Jinder Mahal in his rematch for the WWE title, which I was happy about. I think we kind of assumed that was going to happen because the Indian tours didn't go the way they wanted it to go. So we knew AJ Styles was going to retain the title, and everybody was happy about that. And the Jinder Mahal main event push was finally over. He would go on to be in the mid card for a little bit. He won the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Then he just lost it 8 days later. And now he's pretty much in mid card purgatory, lower mid card purgatory. He's pretty much back to doing the um relaxing exercises again. But AJ Styles though since then has really torn it up. After this, AJ Styles had been used to his potential anyways. He had been a WWE champion. He had been a two-time United States champion, and he's held this title ever since. He's defended it against the best opponents, and he's had some really good WWE title feuds and WWE title matches. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is that he pretty much is just one of those mid-card WWE champions who's never made event at the pay-per-views, which sucks. But that's that. And like I said, he went on to have a killer match with Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, probably one of my favorite WWE matches in 2017. He lost to Brock Lesnar, but he still looked really strong against Brock Lesnar because that was at a point where Brock Lesnar wouldn't have very long matches and stuff like that. And it was just some great stuff. AJ Styles is still reigning strong as WWE champion, and he's probably gonna. We're coming on to a year when he's since this match, so I really think that's awesome. And obviously, Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton were in the same spots. They're both all doing commentary on SmackDown. This is when Corey Graves started to do both shows. So yeah, he's still doing that. And then you have Charlie Caruso, who's still in the same spot, except now she's working for ESPN. And as for what I would give this match as a star rating, at the time, I think I overly praised this match. It probably is one of the best matches that Jinder Mahal has ever had. Now that obviously is a large part of AJ Styles. AJ Styles can just go in there and wrestle a good match with anybody. So yeah. But I think I also loved it too because Jinder Mahal. I did a live reaction to this match as well. You can check that out. Had finally lost the title and I was very happy about that. So I think at the time I gave it 3.25. Looking back at it now, it's not 3.25. I would say but it is a good match. I would give it probably 3 stars. It's a good WWE title match. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this match. The Sin brothers I didn't mention were they. One of them's hurt, and I believe it's Sunil is just accompanying Jinder Mahal inside. That's probably going to change fairly soon, but we don't really know when Samir is going to be back inside, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But that's pretty much my thoughts on this match. Leave your guys' thoughts on this match down in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content. Click on the bell so that way every time I upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. Make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM brothers and know I'm talking to the YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.